Well, Auckland will move to alert level 3 at 11:59 tonight. That's despite 22 cases yesterday and the government saying it's remaining committed to its zero tolerance for cases approach. While it's cause for celebration for many Aucklanders who are sick of cooking, Pacific public health expert Colin Tukuitonga says it's bad news for Māori and Pacifica especially. And Colin joins us now. Thank you for being with us. Prior to this announcement, Colin, you said anything but level 4 for another week would be disastrous for Auckland's Pacifica and Māori communities. Why is that?
Oh, two things. Our vaccination rates, particularly in Māori and Pacific people, are not where they need to be. And secondly, we've known from many studies that these are folk that are at increased risk of the infection, of being in hospital and of dying from the disease. I just thought it was a risky move.
Do you think the government's getting good enough advice then on how this variant could impact different ethnicities and suburbs in Auckland, given the National Māori authorities also saying Auckland needed to stay at level 4?
Oh, I don't doubt that they're getting good epidemiological public health advice from Ashley and the team at the ministry. But of course, governments have to balance the call from business and others about the economic situation and all the social impacts, and people really getting a bit restless and tired of being locked down for so long. So, I don't doubt that they're getting good advice. It's a difficult thing to try and balance all these demands, I suspect.
Can the government say it's remaining committed to a zero tolerance for cases approach while making this move, or is elimination officially over?
Well, that's an interesting question, isn't it? I mean, they continue, of course, to say that we're committed to our elimination strategy, but increasingly the language and the tone is changing. I think everyone accepts that at some stage we're going to have to live with the virus, as the phrase goes, but I think it's just a little reckless and premature to be considering that idea at this point in time.
So how did you feel when you heard level 3 was a go yesterday, given your, worry for your communities?
Oh, you always have that in the back of your mind. Will they not? And in fact, half my household was saying that we were going to level 3. So it wasn't a great surprise. I guess I was just expressing a view, reflecting on the fact that actually, in the last few days, the number of new cases is still around the 20s, and I think that that's quite a lot of new cases, and tells me that transmission is continuing. Admittedly, they think it's to do with households. I would have preferred the number of new cases to be in the single digits, and for our vaccination coverage to be ramped up even further.
Colin, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We always appreciate it. Colin Tukuitonga, Pacific public health expert out of Auckland University.